Alrighty, hey guys. On to game 2 of this weekend tourney number 2 finals of Pierre versus King Midas. Different spawning positions this time, I guess. King Midas on the left side, Pierre on the right side. Both going for encoder openings. This has come into play mainly because recently, what are they called? Sentinels received a nerf, I guess. They used to have spell damage before, and now they've gotten their correct damage of piercing, which means they don't do as much damage, so they now leak to Arene on wave 2, on wave 1, so the only safe strategy on wave 1 is an encoder versus Marine, as you can see here. They're sitting the Marine, and King Midas sitting the Marine. So just both trying to get a slight early advantage versus their opponents in case they don't know about the Sentinels leaking to Marine in Wave 1. But wow, you're very, very unlucky with the target firing. Leaks to Marine in a creep Wave 1 anyways, even despite opening encoder. So this is what can happen. This is what can happen to encoders. Normally, I'd say maybe 80-90% of the time hold Arena Wave 1, but the encoder will be with red health, but because of the target firing, sometimes it moves instead of fires, so you can get this situation too where your encoder will die but leave like 1 to 2 creeps alive, which is unfortunate. But Air can now play a little bit more risky on wave 2 because he doesn't have to worry about his ult send or anything. Most he'll have to worry about his Ling. He minus deciding to go with double Wander, which is interesting. You might choose to go for Soul Villain for debuff on boss or magic damage on 9. You usually don't see double Soul of Heroes because they tend to not be as good of tier 1 tanks going into the mid game. They tend to just die faster in general in the mid game. So you're going for Soul of Heroes, very safe play. He's going to get his second and third workers, 4 and 5. He minus going for the second worker early, which is fine because he got his double Wanderers off, and the Spectre will put him up to 179 value, which should hold 3 no problem. Here sees one Ling, so oh no, he sees Arene, sorry. So he doesn't expect to bomb a wave 4, which wouldn't matter anyways because he'd be completely safe from any wave 4 attacks with 200 value. Key minus going up to 3 workers, which, yeah, this is good. Here only has 60 gas. Key minus would probably only expect 3, maybe 4 Lings on 4, so it's fine to risk on 4. Plus he's got this ancient racial, so most he would leak is maybe 1 or 2 creeps, but I think he'd be fine even if he had to send. So this is a good decision by Midas. Sees nothing, so he did see an Immortal on 6 last time, so that might still be in his head for this game. So he might be a little bit wary of Garrett sending an early aura against him, so we'll have to see if he decides to over-defend or prepare for wave 6. So Soul of Heroes, he'll be completely fine against any bomb on 5, I think. Yes, he should. Even the meter medic, he should be fine. And you're playing, I'd say, more towards the finish side of defense. Soul of Heroes +1 DPS should be fine. But he gets a Roach into Zealot. Soul of Heroes will go down, as will the encoder. Wow, yes, Air leaks a lot. 6 creeps. So he did decide to go for a thin defense on 5, but got punished for it by Midas and leaks 8. And on top of the 2 he leaked on 1, puts him pretty far behind. So he has to find some way of getting back in the game, so he's going for the Mortal instead of Orbing. And Mice will get, yeah, he's up to 78. Plus with Shadow Racial helps even more in holding a potential bomb on this wave. So as long as he doesn't risk, which he is, should be fine. So I guess he's going to leak a little bit on this wave, but it won't nearly be as bad as if he didn't have the Shadow Racial. So going up to 4 STBs for speed. Seeing this Immortal, he'll get even more gas, Soul Year obviously, but Mice now has the option to counter send on 7 or orb. Has he orbed? No, he hasn't. So he'll leak this pretty badly, even with Shadow Racial. And he'll leak 6 while counter-sending a Titan Strider, which causes Yer to leak 7. Wow. So Midas, even though getting Immortal, sending 1 Titan Strider caused Yer to leak more than an Immortal did, which is pretty cost-effective. Pretty darn cost-effective. So any minerals that Yer might have gained from Midas leaking the Immortal have been completely negated by he himself leaking even more creeps than Midas did. So Midas is in a very, very good economic position at this point. Going up for 2 infantry at this point, he doesn't have to worry about any potential 7 bomb. He'll probably even use this to pin defense on 8. Using these to get 2 Pyros to go into the mid game, which is good because Pyros dominate the mid game. And here sending a medic on 7, which I would do in his position too because he is pretty far behind. He needs another edge to get back into the game. However, these 2 infantry have enough DPS to take out most of wave 7. Now Midas is free to go up to 5 workers, sending a Strider, causing Yer to leak even more creeps, which puts him even further behind. And yeah, Midas is in a very good position in this game. He could send on wave 8 again, or send double aura on wave 9. He has 5 workers plus speed, or orb, or he can do pretty much whatever he wants at this point. He'll probably make Yer leak. Let's see what he decides to do. Looks like he's just saving, not upgrading anything, which is good. Or it's fine because even if he leaks, that's more gas he can send on wave 9, which in this instance will probably cause Yer to leak because Yer he's gotten much less minerals because he's leaked a lot more. So Yer will probably have a thinner defense, or will have overbuilt on units in order to hold the later waves, which will put him behind economically. So let's see what they're building. Midas going for an Immortal. At this rate, he might be able to get off a medic, if not a Titan Strider. Gets the Pyro, which will hold 9 no problem. Here also going for Immortal. Yeah, he might be able to get Zealot, not much more. Going for Adept Fire Archer as his main TPS to hold wave 9. Let's see if anyone leaks. Don't think Mice will leak to that. In the air, Apps can be good in wave 9. Let's see. Coder falls. Adept will do enough damage before it falls. Yep. Good. So Yer holds wave 9, which is good. And Midas just barely holds wave 9 as well. Going up to 6 workers, which is great. Now because Yer has been so far behind, since Midas has made Yer so far behind by making him weak, he probably isn't expecting a repeat bomb in wave 10. So he's free to go for this sort of thin defense, which isn't really thin because he has 669 value, but considering Pyro is one of his main sources of DPS, it is kind of thin. Normally want 1 to 2 debuffs, or maybe a second pyro if you want to be really safe, but this is completely fine if you're not expecting a bomb. Yair will hold wave 10 too, no problem. Debuff and... oh, Shadow Rachel, okay. Yeah, that really helps in the thin defense as well. Because you get a lot more, because these two units become buffer units again. After they die, they come back. Boss aggroes them. Which is probably what King Midas was thinking too. So King Midas going for another Titan Strider. Not sure if this is like meta play or not. Guess he doesn't want to go. Guess he's going for a Titan Strider. Maybe he missed it on 10. I didn't quite catch it. But they're going for a thin hold on 11. Let's see if the Adept can hold. Adept still alive, and I think he will hold 11 quite nicely, which is good. He needs these thin defenses in order to get back into the game. 6 workers, 125 gas per minute for Gear, 188 for King Midas. See what King Midas chooses to do. He's just, oh, he's got a 120 speed. Okay, that's where his minerals went. So 120 speed, 7 workers. He's got 374 gas. So it looks like he's going for a 13 bomb. Sees nothing on 12. And here also sees nothing on 12. So they saw a bomb on 9 for both. And 12 would be the normal follow-up bombing choice. So here might assume King Midas orbed once or twice, but he did not. So I guess Midas didn't have enough gas for an orb, but that's completely fine because this 13 bomb is going to hurt even more so. Will he get an immortal off? Yes, he does. Gary goes to 894 army value to hold this off. Will it work? Outcast, which is a very good tank, but does he have enough DPS to take out the pyros? I mean the pyro send. Nope. And no, he leaks 8. 7 creeps plus 1 immortal send. Now he doesn't have to orb up in order to kill this wave off, but his next, and he has an orb as well, but his next bomb of 504 gas definitely has to make King Midas leak rather. Otherwise, I think Gears probably lost this game. Because King Midas going up to 11 workers even, second speed. Gear doesn't even have his second speed. It's on 7 workers, 146 versus 296 gas income. So basically King Midas has double the gas income of Year. All he has to do now is hold wave 14. He doesn't even have to hold wave 14. He just has to not leak enough to die on wave 14. And he's golden. So let's see here. Doesn't see anything. Shouldn't expect anything. Sends DT Medic Titan Strider, which is not the best bomb, but I think that's all he had gas for. And Midas leaks a decent amount. He leaks 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 creeps and 3 sends. So Midas will have to orb if he didn't already. Yep. Going up to 4 creep targeting orbs, and that's all he needs. He's going to take out the mortals first. Nope, he's going for the Dark Templar. Okay, it's good. Going for the medic. In the sends. Okay. So he solved this off quite nicely. 4 orbs. I think he had enough gas to bomb 15, but with the investment in orbs, his ideal timing to bomb with the gas he has now would be 16, unless he tries to orb, delay orb for 17. We'll have to see. Using a Karen splitter for debuffs, slowing, so his pyro can do more damage. Near Going for the pulverizers. Doesn't see anything on 15, sees a Ling. So he might expect something on 16. We'll have to see. And Midas does indeed go for a 16 bomb with his Broodlord and probably Masslings. Oh, Dark Mage too. Okay, good. Dark Mage for the Super Pyro. He minus droning up again. Going up to 13 drones. And a Mercurial for, which is good on 6, or decent on 16, I suppose. And minus, he goes for the Android, 1400 value. He's definitely expecting something this wave. See if he doesn't have to hold. Does he even have DPS? Sees a Broodlord, Queen, Muta, and a Roach and a Ling. Can he hold? Android. Android's dead. Revives. Guardian dies. Android dies again. And looks like the Pulverizers stay alive and allow him to kill wave 16. Nope. The Broodlord. No. But the Broodlords have been nerfed. They're not that OP anymore. And Yer still leaks with 1400 value. But hey, it's not a death blow. And Yer is on 9 workers. If he doesn't expect to bomb next wave, he can go up to 120, but Midas has been free to drone up again. And I'm not sure if Yer can come back at this point, to be honest. He'll do another bomb, the Mega Zergling Immortal Goliath. And if Midas is really greedy, which he has been greedy, obviously he's got 15 workers, but with double Pyro, the Dark Mage to make the Pyros super, Pulverizer will help a little bit, slow debuff, and these fodder units. I think Midas will probably hold 17 and then just go for killing 18 Gas Bomb in response with 650 gas at the moment. Here sees Roach and a couple Lings, so he'll probably expect something, another send on 18. Midas, 2 Pyros are still alive, but can they kill the Mega Ling? They need to kill the Mega Ling, otherwise he's going to leak. And, oh, okay, Midas is going to leak, but they destroy the Mega Ling, and they'll destroy one more creep before they die, so 3 Marauders, 2 Auras. Midas has orb 4 times for improved targeting, so he doesn't need to orb in order to hold this off. He can just spend all his gas onto the gas bomb. In the air, upon seeing this amount of creeps leak, and if he selects SS, he'll see Midas hasn't really orbed too much in response to the leak, so if he checked on wave 14 as well, so he'll probably be expecting an 18 bomb. Midas going up to 17 workers. He'll get his speed up next as well. Selling to get. Well, he was getting profit, but here not building the Vanguard, trying to build anything as cost effective as he can in order to hold off this 18 bomb that he expects. And well, can he hold? That's a big question. Megaling, Titan Strider, Hellion, DT, Goliath, Immortal. This is a mega bomb, folks. And even with 1712 value, I'm not sure if Yer can hold. He's got a lot of tanks though. Gives him some hope. Addip falls. That falls. Yeah, that falls. Nope. Yer's gonna leak 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 creeps, 4 auras. Let's look at Yer's SS. Yer has 123 to 133 damage output. He's spending all his gas into upgrading his SS, but I don't think it'll be enough with this much attack output. I'll have to see though. He's down to 2000 HP, still killing creeps. Targets the Goliath, but now he's down to 300, 200, 100, and GG called by Yer. Yer loses game 2. The series is tied up 1-1.